What is it?
The stuff that dreams are made of.
You could get killed chasing after your damn fortune and glory!
Maybe. But not today.
Hello, welcome to the newest episode of Exploring Cinema, where Jared and Alex, hello, that's me, are going to be discussing old movies and new movies that we have just watched. And today, we're going to be talking about Freakier Friday, which is in theaters right now, and we actually just went and saw it in theaters literally an hour ago before we recorded this. And to prepare for this movie, the other day, we actually watched Freaky Friday, and it was just as good as it was when I was a kid.
Yeah, I liked it a lot, actually.
I liked it a lot. Too.
Yeah, no, I always get so scared to watch movies that I liked a lot as a kid because there's like, I never want to taint it. Yeah. I never want to like taint what I remember of the first movie.
You never want to go back and like rewatch Toy Story and then realize how terrible
like,
the graphics are and
exactly.
that all the children are Andy.
Yeah.
And you didn't realize that when you were a kid, but now it's just glaringly obvious and you're like, oh God.
Yeah, like I don't want to mess it up for what I remember in my head.
Yeah. No,
like every time I watch Toy Story, I remember how incredible that movie looked in my head. Mm-hmm. And then it doesn't look that way when I've gone to watch it again. And that's what always like...
It's like movies have this like vibrant sparkle when you're a kid.
Yeah.
And like it's like when you like read a book when you're a kid and you're like in the book. It's like you can see it like even animated movies, you can see them like really like see them like they're real. Then you grow up and you're just like, oh my gosh, that looks like shit.
Yeah. Like I mean, I've seen Good Burger like 15 times at this point.
Oh yeah.
And every time I've watched the movie, I notice an error in it that I didn't see previously. Oh, like when he like holds up, he's like counting down. He's like 3, 2, 1, and he just holds up the number 3 like twice. The whole, like twice. Yeah.
He just holds up 3 each time. Yeah. Each time I come back to him, he's just still got a 3.
He's still got a 3, and it's
he's saying 2, but he's still got a 3.
He's still got 3, and it stays that way. And it's that kind of thing that I never want to go back and like notice about movies. But when we watched Freaky Friday, like the one with
Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay
Lohan, I didn't feel that way. In fact, having been older now, I realize how incredible of an actress Jamie Lee Curtis is.
Yeah.
Like, she legitimately is acting like Lindsay Lohan in that movie.
I know.
It's kind of scary. It's kind of scary. Like, it actually really...
It feels like she's the teenager.
Yeah.
Like, she embodies that really, really well.
Yeah, it's really freaky. Friday.
It's Friday. It's Freakier Friday now.
It is Freakier Friday now. Okay, so we haven't done one of these in a while, and we haven't actually never done an episode where we're talking about a movie that we just watched literally in theaters.
That's been out for...
like
less than like a week, because every other movie we've done has been out for like 20 years.
Yeah. So, it's been a while since we've been done a podcast like this in a while. So let's talk about that for a second. We probably aren't going to be doing like the director in franchise order type deal that we were planning to do. What we'll probably end up doing is just talking about whatever movies we're watching at the time. So no real specific things. So, it'll be a surprise for you every week what genre, what idea, what kind of film we're watching.
Yes.
Yes.
That was my input.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I think we decided that we want to do a lot of, like, upcoming movies and just, like, stuff that... Because we go to the theater, like, all the time. We're always at the movie theater. Like, I don't know how they don't just recognize us when we go in there.
I think they do.
I think they do, too.
I think they do.
But I think it's... They just don't acknowledge it, which is a little awkward, because I recognize
so many people.
all of them, and I can recognize when like somebody quits, because I'm like, oh, we're at the movie theater at least like once a week. They get all of our money, our local theater, but but we go there like all the time, and I think we decided we were like, well, we're there all the time, and we're spending so much money on seeing these new movies. We might as well make the podcast episode about those movies because they're new, they're interesting, and they give you like a lot to think about, and there's not a lot of stuff like out about them either. Like I feel like when you pick like an older movie, a lot of time there's so many other like critiques of it. Like there's so many like essays to read about it. So much just stuff in the media that I feel like your perception of seeing it like fresh, it's always warped if you've heard about the movie before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I feel like your opinions are always a little biased just because, we take in what we see, and in a lot of movies that are like in pop culture and stuff, you take in a lot that's outside of the original content. And I think what's really cool with watching newer movies and doing this is there's really not a lot of that. It's like the right now when you watch it, like that's all you get. That's all you get is like the right now. It is the movie. And so I think that it'll make for some really interesting podcast episodes.
Yeah. So, and that's not to say that we're never going to do an episode on a movie that's been out for a while. But I think it's also really fun because like we kind of just briefly talked about the movie. Mostly just like I liked the movie. I didn't like the movie. We didn't talk about the finer details yet. Like I don't know every opinion that Alex has about the movie, and Alex does not know every opinion that I have about the movie. So we just kind of know like some of generally what we're talking about, like what Alex's opinions are. But she doesn't know everything I think. I don't know everything she thinks. And that's kind of part of it too. But yeah, like again, don't think that we're not going to talk about older movies because we watch a lot of those too. Because that's what we do at home all the time too.
Lots of movies.
Lots of movies. One a year for me, and you're not that far behind.
One movie a year.
One movie a day for last year.
One movie a year. One movie a year.
That's a really important choice. Very important choice.
Hotel for Dogs.
Hotel for Dogs. Yeah. That's,
oh my God! Wait, no. Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium.
Wonderful Emporium. Yeah.
I got so scared whenever they lost all the color in that movie and like the Wonder Emporium turned all like black and white. I was like, oh no, the Lincoln Logs.
I haven't thought about that movie in forever.
I just thought about that because in Breaking Bad, that's all he can watch is the two discs of Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium, just in case the one disc breaks.
Yes, very important.
Very important.
But yes, so yeah, we'll probably watch a bunch of older movies and stuff too and talk about them. But I'm gonna try to do this once a week. That's my goal. We'll see how that goes. But that's the goal. And we'll just see how that rolls. So, other thing we did when it comes to the movies in the theaters, which you can't necessarily do at home, depending on what... You actually could if you put a DVD in, because they have trailers a lot.
They do have trailers, but not by Netflix.
Not Netflix. Netflix doesn't have trailers, which... If they did, they did. Okay,
got the no ads.
So I listed down every... trailer that we saw.
Yeah, we're gonna rate the trailers for upcoming movies coming out.
Yes, some movies that are coming out soon, coming out whenever. Soon at the time of recording this, not soon if you're watching this in 5 years. These movies have already been out for 4 years.
But these are our first thoughts.
First thoughts about the trailers, because I honestly have not seen any of these except for one of them. I've seen one trailer before out of the 5 that were before the movie. And yeah, so first we saw
the Bruce Springsteen movie that's coming out, the biopic. And, my quick thoughts is it's just another biopic, and I think all the musician biopics are getting a little crazy. I don't know why. Like we have a cinematic universe for everything, but I feel like right now like we have like the DC cinematic universe, we got Marvel universe, and then we got the musical biopic universe. And I think that might be my least favorite one because I just feel like they all kind of follow the same plot, and I feel like they're really predictable. Like, I know it's kind of weird to say about like movies that are about people's lives, but like real people's lives, but it's always like he was an underdog musician, no one had ever heard of them, and then one day, and then at the end it's always a concert.
Yeah.
The last, obviously they're always...
And it's whatever their most famous concert is.
Always their most famous concert or their most famous song.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, okay, I watched it.
Well, I mean, it's because Bohemian Rhapsody won the Oscar.
Yeah, that was actually a really good movie. I'm like,
when Bohemian Rhapsody won the Oscar, it was game over for there not to be 15 more.
I just feel like every time I go to the theater, like, there's always just a different music.
Oh, get prepared.
musical
get
biopic.
prepared. We're not even into the thick of it yet.
I see.
There's 4 Beatles documentaries or biopics coming out
For each character?
Each character.
Each person?
Yes, each character.
My bad, guys.
Every Beatle is getting their own biopic in the next. Whenever they're shooting, I'm pretty sure all 4 of them are coming out the same year. So there's 4 separate Beatles biopics that are all coming out the same year, and my question is,
One a season.
It's one a season, yeah. John Lennon gets the winter.
The Winter Beetle.
The Winter Beetle. He's the Winter Beetle. Ringo's the fall,
I was trying to think of
Beetle.
types of beetles, like species beetles.
I can't think
Like,
of
well,
any.
okay, no, hold on. But I was like, I want to make a funny joke about there being so many beetle movies, because I was like, beetles, the animal or whatever. But the only beetle I could think of was a dung beetle, and I just didn't think that would make for a very a good punchline. I didn't think that was very funny.
Oh my gosh.
But that's the only beetle I could think of, and I'm like, what kind of beetles are actually out there? That's a really dumb question, but I don't know. It's a little off sidetrack.
I don't know what other kind of beetles there
That's the
are.
only beetle I could think of.
Oh my
And then whatever
Lord.
beetles are in that Bug's Life movie.
True.
The little blue.
Aren't they?
Aren't they roly polies?
Maybe.
The beetles.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. No, that's
Oh, no,
John and Ringo.
I just know that
George.
they're all the circus beetles from A Bug's Life.
Mhm.
That's a mockumentary right there.
It is.
That's too many biopics personally
Yeah.
for me. What are your thoughts on the Bruce Springsteen biopic movie? And yes, he does sing Born to Run or whatever.
Baby, I was born to run. But he
And
doesn't
it
sound like
has a-
that.
it
He
has
sounds
a
much
car.
better than that.
Flying into the sunset.
That's it.
Yeah.
I didn't even remember.
Yeah.
But okay. First off, what's his name? Jeremy White.
Yeah, that guy.
He does, because I'm pretty sure. So don't mark me. Don't take this to
Truth.
as 100% fact. I'm pretty sure that's him singing.
Yeah, it is him singing.
I don't know if you shut my eyes and played one tape over the other between him and Bruce Springsteen. I don't know if I would know the difference.
Interesting.
In that trailer, I would know the difference. But
Yeah.
if you put a studio polished version of that song next to each other,
You
I don't
would-
know if I would notice.
I'd have to re-listen to it. I can't just hear Bruce in my head. He's in my head.
He's in here.
He's in my head. Okay, okay? And then they had the grand finale Downton Abbey. Downton Abbey. Sorry, my bad. My bad. Trailer, and I think I've never seen anything in that universe.
I haven't either.
I
My
haven't.
parents have.
So has my grandmother.
Yeah.
I've never, I think, taken any interest in it.
I just.
And I
don't care.
think my struggle with this trailer, because I like historical stuff and stuff like that. You know that. I like things that are period pieces and stuff like that. I really love that kind of stuff. But I have mild facial blindness, and I couldn't tell any of the people apart. I ain't gonna lie, I couldn't tell any of the people apart.
Yeah.
I had no idea who was talking to who. I just knew they were really grumpy at this lady named Mary for getting a divorce, and that's all I know.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
I mean, this trailer was born and designed for us to
understand.
to
It's
understand,
for fans of
but
the stuff.
I mean, it was so.
It felt like a TV episode recap.
Yes, it felt like when you watch when you're in episode 5 of a TV show and you've already seen the rest of the TV show, and you just watched the last episode literally yesterday,
And
or,
then it's playing the
an hour
recap
ago,
for
and
some
now it's playing the
ungodly reason.
recap.
Because
Exactly.
they don't expect you to be binging.
Exactly, and I did not like that, but I mean,
It just wasn't
for
for
what
us.
it was fine. It wasn't everything wasn't out of focus, and it wasn't color graded horribly.
Was the next one.
Well, wait,
Okay.
because I was going to go back to the Bruce Springsteen thing.
Oh, bro.
I know, I wasn't done.
Oh.
Because I had a thought. Because I bet you the only reason there's not 10,000 more.
Yeah.
First off, is because the Amy Winehouse one failed. It did not do very good in the box office.
Oh.
And then the I bet you there's the majority of people they've asked have said no.
That's
I'm
fair.
surprised there's not a Nirvana biopic out yet,
You never
or
know.
in the works.
You never know.
There's not one right now.
Well, yeah, but you never know.
Even though I'm saying, I could be... I'm surprised there's not one, being
Already.
actively made right now in this moment. And that's probably because, I forget her name, but it's their daughter.
Yeah.
Courtney Love and Kurt Cobain's daughter owns the rights to, like, her dad's image. And so she's probably like, nah.
Yeah.
Which I would be too.
Yep. There's just like a lot of like musical groups out there and stuff.
There's so many that we're probably gonna get one for every band that like ever made, like AC/DC, Guns N' Roses.
Can we get the Taylor Swift one?
Like, that was just the Eras Tour movie. Ooh.
Ooh.
I missed that Taylor Swift song.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh.
What's the next trailer?
The next trailer was
Zootopia 2.
Okay.
What
Two
do you
besties
think?
running around being,
A fox and a rabbit.
a fox and a rabbit, and then they have the comic relief character that we're gonna get, which is the snake. Absolutely how that goes. They go on an adventure, they have a new comic relief character, snake, funny guy.
Is the snake the funny guy?
I think the snake's gonna be the funny guy from what I had seen before. Absolutely. Love that they're in couples counseling or something.
They're in like cop counseling for
Cop counseling.
They're like together. It's
Yeah.
funny.
Make sure they're not brutalizing each other.
Yeah.
We're worried about brutalizing the public.
Which I think is really funny to me.
Yeah. It's kind of wild that they... I don't know. Yeah.
No, what about it?
I was just trying to think back to the events of the first movie. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, this movie's come out so long since that one.
I know.
It's almost like not
Judy.
connected really, but I mean, again, it's like this movie. It just looks like how you would expect the sequel that's come out this far past the other one would be like. I think it'll be fine.
I think they're just doing the same plotline again, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, which kind of killed me. Because it was like, ooh, like, we've never seen snakes in Zootopia before. Ooh. it's just like reptiles versus mammals.
Yeah.
And it was just predator, prey animals last movie.
You know what else is funny?
What?
I sometimes wish they would, not funny necessarily, but sometimes I wish they would do a separate, like name a kids movie that it's not, like, the only kids movie that I can think of that the bad guy, it's like an animal kids movie. That's not a different, like a stereotypically bad animal is in Lion King.
That's what I was about to say. I was like, because Scar's just another lion.
Yeah.
But
In every
his
other
henchmen
kid's movie.
are hyenas, and hyenas are generally seen as like, kind of like funky.
Yeah. And like it's always like a snake or a bear or like something like that, and they're always the bad guys. Or like rats are always the bad guys.
Freaking love rats though, they're so cute.
And it's like, I don't know, pick somebody else to be the bad guy. Like, it's more entertaining.
That's what I thought was interesting about Zootopia. Zootopia, the bad guy is a sheep.
Exactly.
Like, she's a sheep.
Like, that's a lot more interesting than...
What I think is going to happen is the snake's not a bad guy. Clearly.
Yeah.
Like, the snake is not actually bad. It's like the same, like, flip the script kind of thing.
Yeah. Unless they're flipping the script on the fact that you think that they're going to flip the script.
And the snake's actually evil.
The bad guy. Is that the noise that a snake makes?
No, that's the thing for cats, but I was trying a snake noise.
You're calling the snake?
Yep.
Come here, snake. Come here, snake. Stop being a bad guy, snake.
Please stop.
Come here, snake. Okay. I really don't. Do you have any other opinions about that?
No, I do think the next one that we saw was the new Tron movie. I've never seen any of the Tron movies, but what I can say is it seems, I don't know, it's like it's Morbin time too, you know? Like, I don't know, I don't like...
You see Jared Leto and you just automatically assume Morbin time.
It's Morbin time. I don't know, I just don't particularly like that guy, I guess. He's kind of like a weirdo.
Either.
And it seemed boring. Like, it seemed kind of boring. Like, I was bored. And I don't know. It just didn't intrigue me at all, I guess.
I've seen them both because there's now 3.
Yeah.
There's the original one.
Yeah.
And then in like 2010 or
Yeah,
2011, they remade it. Did another one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure it's just called Tron.
It is.
And then there's this
They
one.
used to advertise for that on the Disney Channel all the time.
Yeah.
Disney 365.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's like they would say that, and then sometimes they would have little like insert things in between the shows, and there's like a couple of like the kid actors, and they would talk about the Tron movie.
Oh, I honestly
Yeah.
didn't know. I mean, I know Tron was a Disney movie, but
Yeah, this one
I
is
didn't
too.
realize. Yeah.
Yeah,
But I didn't realize that it was
I don't know. They would do like little like short bits and stuff. Like they had like the short bit where they go to like the fruit stand or whatever the frick. You know, like they had that. They talked about like the Tron movie. I think they did that with like other upcoming like Disney kids movies and stuff too.
Yeah.
But I just remember the Tron one because I like the pretty lights.
I liked the first Tron a lot.
Okay.
I don't remember enough about the like remake, reboot, requel, sequel thing to know if I liked it any better or different than.
Yeah, I never seen any of them.
Yeah, I like the idea. The whole idea is really cool.
Yeah.
Especially if you like the lights, because that's like 90% of the movies.
Yes.
Um,
Ooh.
Yeah, it's woo woo woo.
Ooh, 80s neon.
Woo 80s woo.
Ooh, 80s neon.
I mean, honestly,
It just seemed mid, I think. I think it's just like, okay, that's a movie. That's a movie.
I could see myself liking it. Like, I kind of want to see it,
Okay.
but that's because I always find it interesting to try to learn about figure out why they made this movie.
Yeah.
Like, what was the plot beat that when they sat down and said, I want to make another Tron movie, they were like, okay, now how do I figure it out? And then they went, okay, that's the one.
So,
That's the one they
yeah.
went with, and that's the idea they went with. I mean, from the actual idea of the movie doesn't seem that bad. I just don't know.
What direction they're gonna go with it.
Yeah.
I think my thing was it's a little mediocre of a trailer, I think.
Yeah.
All right.
Which I was weird.
Yeah, it's kind of boring. That's what I was
Yeah.
saying. I was like, it could be a great movie, but
And it's got the 9 Inch Nails music.
it does. Yeah, which
is
that's a plus.
That's a
That's
major
sick
plus.
as frick, dude.
Yeah.
All right. And the last trailer was for Wicked 2.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to say one thing. My distaste for Wicked 2 is not because of Wicked 2. It's because of the prominent backdooring of the remake of Wizard of Oz that we'll inevitably be getting at some point in the next 10 years.
Yeah.
I out loud went, yuck, when I saw Dorothy and all
Dorothy?
of them show up on the screen. Because I'm like, if this is like a actual backdoor to...
Yeah, I don't
'Cause
know.
I bet-
I've
yeah.
never seen the play.
Uh-huh.
Because we both really like the Wizard of Oz a lot, but I've never seen the play for Wicked. So
Mm-hmm.
if they don't focus on Dorothy and that cast of characters from the OG Wizard of Oz,
Yeah.
I think it'll be fine.
I think it could be fine.
'Cause I liked a lot of the parts of the first Wicked movie. Like I liked all the animal rights
Yeah.
stuff. I thought that was really cool. I don't know. It kind of had me tear jerking a little bit, but. I just hope they don't actually focus on Dorothy and them as much, and I hope it just kind of maintains like between the relationship of
Yeah.
Elphaba and Glenda,
Because
because that's what I really liked
Yeah.
in the other Wicked movie.
Yeah.
It was just the relationship.
and I think I worry weirdly that the parts about Wicked that I didn't like, again, only talking
Yeah.
about the movie because I have no like connection to the musical at all, is the things I didn't like about the Wicked movie was the parts about it that felt so fanfiction-y compared to like the Wizard of Oz lore. Some of it felt very much like an expanded, some person made up a bunch of stuff that wasn't ever really connected,
Well, I
and they
mean,
like stuck it
it's
together.
Literally fan fiction.
Oh no, I know.
Yeah.
And then as you get move into this section where as it connects closer to
The
the Wizard of Oz, I worry that that's part that I didn't like is going to be much more like expanded.
I think I will go see it.
I'm fine with seeing
Yeah.
it for sure. I just know for a fact that they're going to remake the Wizard of Oz, and they're going to call it like Wicked. Then there was Dorothy or something. Like it's like that's how they're going to get around not remaking Wizard of Oz, because we're running up on. I'm pretty sure we're running up on its 100th anniversary.
Yeah,
Of
it's
Wizard
the
of Oz.
75th a couple of years ago.
A little while ago, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like we got like 25 years or something.
Yeah, I think it's the 75th anniversary, like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
So you got a little bit for the 100th anniversary.
Yeah,
Of it.
or the 80th anniversary then.
Yeah.
Because I worry.
I love those of us.
Yeah, because I really like the original. Like I didn't like what they did with the in Las Vegas. Did you see anything about that?
No.
They we should probably get into Freaky Friday here in a minute, but they basically like I don't know if I don't want to say it was AI, but I think it was AI. They like artificially in some capacity they artificially expanded the every shot
Oh, from the Wizard of Oz.
to fit into the dome,
Oh, what the heck?
and like they never centered any of the characters, and so like it'll be like the main frame, and then
Oh,
outside
I
of it it's like
did
this
see that.
bright crappy looking sky,
I
and
did
Dorothy's
see
only
that.
at the very bottom half of the screen because they never centered any of the characters in the thing. I think it was the dome. I
think
don't
so
know,
too.
but I'm
I
pretty
can't
sure.
remember fully. It
was something like that.
I saw that.
Yeah, and now it's just like, why are we doing that? Why would I want to watch The Wizard of Oz where Dorothy is only in the bottom half of the frame? Like every action is only in the bottom half of the frame, and then there's a big bright blue sky far above it. It makes me think that the directors of those movies had no concept for how to frame a shot.
Yeah, it was
Like, imagine if you're a
If
kid.
it was AI, then it wasn't a director. It was just someone.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like, imagine if some kid had no idea, never watched Wizard of Oz, and that was the first time they saw it, and the characters are always at the bottom third of the screen the whole time, and then they sometimes pop up to the top.
This is they didn't wanna CGI in Dorothy's dogs, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, it's
Okay.
time for Freakier Friday.
Freakier Friday.
Okay, so I really liked this movie. I thought it was honestly really good, and it was really funny. I was definitely laughing a lot throughout this movie. I'd say my favorite little like giggle was probably when Jamie Lee Curtis was crawling on the floor.
Yeah.
That had me laughing.
Yeah.
I like when she was crawling on the floor trying to hide from the guy. And then when they're surfboarding and he's like, whoa, like the Eric guy, he's like, oh my gosh, like you've been practicing like a lot. And then he goes to surfboard and then it's just like a good 2.5, 3 minutes of him just rolling in the waves.
Yeah.
Rolling in the waves. Like he can't get up. He just keeps getting knocked over. I'm like, oh my gosh, that had me cracking up.
So let's
Yeah.
go back for a second.
Okay.
Let's explain like the plot of the movie.
Okay.
Like what actually happens in it.
So basically, it's like years and years and years later, and like, what is her name's like Tess is the grandma or the mom from the original movie, Jamie Lee
Yeah.
Curtis, and then Lindsay Lohan, the daughter. They're like obviously grown up, right? And Lindsay Lohan has a kid of her own. What was her name?
Harper.
Harper. Okay, but she's a single mom. The dad's like not in the picture at all. Like at all. Like doesn't. He's just not there. And at the beginning of the movie, so she's not like already engaged to Eric, who's the love interest for the mom, Lindsay Lohan. She's not like already engaged when the movie starts. They meet at the school because there's this new girl at school. What was her name?
Lily, I think.
Lily, yeah. There's a new girl at school, Lily, who's from London. And Harper and Lily do not like each other. They have an issue in school. And then their parents meet and they fall in love. And then we get like this cute little montage of like their life over like 6 months of like dating and stuff and then them getting engaged. And then as kind of how the first movie goes, it's the weekend of the wedding and conundrum ensues. And the two girls still don't like each other. Their parents are trying really hard to get them to like be okay with each other.
Yeah.
And then they Freaky Friday at
The psychic.
with a psychic this time.
Remember the psychic? So the psychic,
Yeah.
they're at
She's like a scam artist,
yeah.
but not like an artist though, because she's just not very tactful about it.
And she's- I
But
don't
she
know
is a scammer.
And I don't know if she's scamming more than she just doesn't know what she's actually doing.
just
She
doesn't know
doesn't
what she's
like.
doing.
She
She's
doesn't have
just-
any clue what she's doing.
She's just doing stuff.
Yeah.
Like
And remember, and so they're at the mom's. I forget her name.
her bachelorette party.
It's
Her
her
mom's
bachelorette, Anna. They're at her bachelorette party, and they start getting mad at each other for something. The Tess and Anna, Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis' characters, and they start fighting. and then there's a vending machine behind them, and then all of a sudden
This lady
pops out from behind the vending machine. I do not remember her name, but I know if she was on SNL.
Oh, okay.
But I don't remember her name off the top of my head right now. But she's really funny.
And she like throws all these business cards at them when they sit down to their palms read.
That's really funny.
And then it's the scene from the trailer where she's like, "Ooh, like you've crossed paths before," and they like obviously get psyched out and they leave, and the two girls, they run into her. Kind of the same thing happens, but she starts talking in this crazy voice, like repeating the lines over and over again to them, and the earth shakes like the first movie. And when they wake up the next day, they're all swapped.
Yeah.
Like they're all swapped. The two older women are in the girls' bodies, and the girls are in the older women's bodies.
Mm-hmm. So it's Anna is in her daughter's body.
And then Lily is in Tess's body.
Yeah, so Lily is the daughter of Eric, who is Anna's love interest in the film.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then it's really just about like them coming together. The two girls in their adult bodies are trying to break up their parents' marriage. And it's just, go ahead.
No, because that's a big plot point. They hate each other.
They hate each other. Like, they really hate each other. So they're coming together to break up their parents' marriage. Harper wants to stay in LA, but Lily wants to move back to London, and their parents are trying to decide what to do.
Yeah.
And so they just want to break them up so they don't got to worry about it. They can stay where they want to go and all that, while the two older people, Anna and Tess, are trying to figure out how to get them all to just switch back.
Yeah.
They're like trying to get them to switch back and trying to stop the girls a little bit from the conundrums they're causing.
Yeah, and messing up the life of
Anna,
everyone in
everyone's
life.
It was really funny at parts. I think the only thing that like Jared and I didn't like too much was that at the very beginning, and like a lot of like, and same in the first movie, a lot of like little bits and stuff are influenced through like, I would say like therapy speak, where like there's like a lot of times where like therapy will come into play because the grandmother Jamie Lee Curtis, she is a therapist, and she was a therapist in the first movie. Like we see a lot of that in the first movie, where like with her clients and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And in this movie, you can tell that Anna, growing up with a therapist's mom, has a lot of the same like tendencies on how to like negotiate through arguments and kind of like de-escalate things, and all that I thought was done pretty good. The only like weird thing that got me was at the very beginning of the movie, she like, same as the first movie, like she goes to wake up her daughter Harper, and on the daughter's door is this like sign about it being like a trigger-free zone, and it felt very like Gen X boomer humor almost, because you know it's like a Gen Z daughter and her mom's like an older like millennial Gen X, and it felt a little, I want to say almost tacky, because it was clearly just like a weird joke that like didn't land well, because a lot of people often like say stuff like that, like, oh, you're so triggered, in a very condescending way, when that's like a legitimate thing. You know, like it's a legitimate way to describe like the way that certain things like
affect you
and affect people who've like been traumatized. And so I just thought that it was
because like it so like, you know, you can always laugh at yourself. So that's not the problem. The problem is it wasn't funny.
It just wasn't funny.
The problem
And,
is
like,
it wasn't funny.
It lingered on it for too long too. Like it was like solid 30 seconds.
It lingered, like it cuts back and forth to the sign multiple times as if you're supposed to be like laughing out loud at this sign. At least that's the way that I interpreted it, because Interpreted. Because
it just really was putting it in your face.
It really just like puts it in your face. It feels like you're supposed to. It feels like a sight gag that is just not funny. But I don't know if that was intentional or if it was supposed to just show like this is the household that they're living in.
That's very therapeutic household. I'm not like quote unquote like triggered by it or anything.
Yeah.
I just thought that it was a bit of a weird joke to open the movie with, because the rest of the movie is very tactful with all of its jokes.
Yes.
And all the therapy speak is really funny. Like the scene in the car where the dad is, or Eric is like, stop gaslighting me. And like that's clearly like not the situation that was happening, and they're all like, dude, that's not even what that means. That was
funny.
really funny. And it was very tactful in the way they like went about it, and the way that people do actually use those words incorrectly, and that family, it's on par for that family to not use those things incorrectly, which I thought was interesting, because it was a nice little quip that the mom and the daughter had kind of back at him to be like, yo, that's not how you say that. That's not what that means.
Yeah.
That's not what that means.
Yeah.
And I think it just kind of shows like a lot of the family dynamics that they have had, and how their names were the Colemans, right?
The grandma and the...
And the mom,
Yeah.
they're Colemans.
Colemans.
And the way that the Coleman family is very interconnected and in tune with each other and their emotions, even when the mom and the daughter are beefing. And how they all kind of use the same sort of like ways to discuss each other and like, talk to each other, which I thought was they did the therapy stuff really well, I thought, in this movie.
It definitely goes to show like how much like they did a good job of making it seem like she had actually grown up underneath Tess's like household and just learned things that she had taught her as she was growing up. Which I liked a lot.
And I thought it was also interesting because it also kind of like updated the way that therapy and psych discussions kind of go, because I know like a lot of stuff was like changed in like 20 years in the way we like talk about things, and the more like prominent and like active parts of like therapy now, and so it made it feel like she was still actively growing in her career even as an older person, and that older people are capable of changing, which I thought was really cool. And
I also liked it because it felt like when they were talking about it, it felt like she was... Because I liked that because it felt like she was actually interested in what her job was, and not just doing it for money. Like she cared a lot about what her job actually was. Which I thought was good a lot. There was another thing that I thought about that I wanted to mention because it's really interesting. What was it? Oh no! Do you remember when it's when they're in the Capitol, or no? It's when they're in Anna's work, and so there's this moment where Anna is Harper is Anna at this point in the film, and so the daughter is now in Anna's body going to work. And and
then she also brings over Tess, who is actually Lily.
And that it works out really well. But at this point, so they get up in the elevator, they open the door, and this marketing woman comes up to them and asks for approval for headlines, headlines. And one of the headlines, there's two headlines, both of them are very...
The one's like Ella slays the house down, and the other one's like Trevor's totally gagged at Ella's like something. And they're very improper like slang usage, like someone who's like disconnected from like that sort of like speak would like say things, and the way that the daughter in Anna's body is just like, what old person wrote that? And I liked that because that's something that a lot of people who genuinely do, but like BuzzFeed. BuzzFeed's headlines are always like cringy.
Or like sometimes you'll see like CNN or like some other like news website, and they'll use slang in that way where it's
slang.
Like we'll talk about it's usually like the opinions or like other like sections of it. So like it's not front page of news, and they always use slang the wrong way, and it just makes me die a little bit inside every single time I ever just say the words that you would use because no one.
It comes across inauthentic.
Well, it comes across inauthentic because nobody that's like in charge of marketing whole like news headlines are not using those words because that's not how you market or do any of that stuff. Because it's slang words. Like you just don't use that. Anyways, that joke felt very much
like someone our age wrote
that, and that's what I like about this movie a lot.
They took a lot of like very obviously took a lot of influence and like understanding on how to write like the age jokes, like
Yeah.
playing around with like age and like generations. They very clearly talk to young adults
Yeah.
about how to write things and stuff, because it's very clear that like a lot of the stuff that Anna does or that the older people are doing, they're out of touch. And they write them being out of touch so eloquently through the two high school girls' eyes.
Yes.
And like you really feel like they're high schoolers and everyone around them is really freaking old and doesn't know how to use their slang, and a lot of the stuff that like older adults will like kind of take from younger generations, and it's clear that they're taking it and
Yeah.
using it the wrong way, and the way it's addressed is very clear that like they talk to like people who
Yeah.
are younger about
And
the jokes.
and is Lindsay Lohan in that movie? Is she Gen X or is she a millennial?
I don't know. They said she's 37.
Millennial.
She's a millennial, yeah.
Because what I thought was interesting is there were very many jokes in this movie that I thought were very, not in a bad way, but
Yeah.
they were millennial coded, as in like the jokes were very clearly designed for people of that age group,
Yes.
and they weren't designed for people of our age group. But then there were a lot of things that were designed for people of our age group, and there were a lot of jokes for people that are like Tess's age in this movie. Like
It really touches on all the different generational
Yeah.
types of humor really well, I thought.
different things that are really funny about different ages and different.
Which is a lot of what they did in the first movie, too.
Yeah,
But
it-
this one has 3 different generations that they can play with
Yeah,
that.
and they really do a good job.
They did a great job. It was hilarious.
I was surprised at moments of how much I liked the way that they messed with that. I thought it was going to be too complicated.
Or too
from
cringy,
the
yeah.
trailers, it seems like it's going to be very complicated, and it's not going to be that funny because it's going to be hard to understand
Who's who.
like who's who and what's going on.
Yeah, but they did a stellar job.
And they're always referencing like who's who in what body enough
Yes.
throughout the movie. Like it's not just the one scene that you see in the trailer where they go, "Oh, I'm Grandma. Oh, I'm Anna," and then they just move on, and the rest of the kind of stories you're supposed to like.
Just remember.
So much of it is based on the fact that they are
In the
Who?
bodies, yeah.
in the wrong bodies that you never like forget.
The record scene that you see part of in the trailers,
Yeah.
the record shop scenes, those were really funny. Like, that's where she's laying on the floor. Like, I honestly thought that was funnier than the poop joke. The poop show where she's like,
where
we
they
had to
cut,
go.
they
Yeah,
cut. Did you notice they cut that?
yeah.
Yeah, because
Well-
that joke is not in. It was in the trailers. It wasn't in.
Yeah, it
the,
was. It was in the movie.
There's another. So in the trailer,
They cut it differently.
there's more at the end when they go back out.
Yeah.
They cut that. That's not in
They,
it.
they did cut that part because
Uh-huh.
they added in further dialogue between
Yeah.
like her being like, what do I do? What do I do?
Yeah.
Like they have like a full blown conversation. She goes, "Well, we got to go back out front because we don't want him to think I'm pooping."
Yeah.
And I thought that was funny, but I think him walking around the corner of the records and then Tess just laying, or Lily as Tess just laying on the floor
Yeah.
was so funny because like it was just so like abrupt. And like it was really honestly kind of like slapstick funny, and then the way that he just is like completely blows off that she's just crawling around,
Yeah.
because he's like still in love with her even though it's been like 20
It's
years.
been 20 years. Yeah.
And the fact they come right back to that at the very end of the movie, and Anna gets married to Eric. Like they work everything out in the movie. Like they
Yeah.
work everything out. Like they don't split up anything, and the daughters realize that like they do really like each other and want to support each other and be sisters. But at the end, like they're at the wedding, and then they show Tess and her husband Ryan from the first movie, because he's in the movie too. Her husband. It's so funny. I can only ever see him as the guy from NCIS.
That's what I always see him as too. When I've watched
I'm like, oh my god, it's
NCIS
Gibbs.
in my life.
I've watched like almost every season. It's like terrible. I grew up watching that show,
Uh-huh.
but that's I was like, I can only see him as Gibbs. No, so like the guy, Jake or whatever, he comes up to them and he's like, hey, like, this is my new girlfriend. And it's like an older woman who's in the same hairstyle and dress that Tess was dressed up as in the first movie. And it was so funny because you see it all like click in all their heads, except for the woman, except for like
Yeah.
the random stranger that he's dating. And as like Tess is like, "Oh, I love your dress," and then as like they walk away, Jake's like, "Oh my gosh, she loves your dress,"
Yeah.
and the girl's like, "Oh," but it's clear that he's literally just trying to make her be Tess,
Yeah.
just really like awkwardly, and it was really funny.
You know what's really funny?
What?
Is I don't know if that joke plays as well as if you didn't just watch the movie a minute ago. Because I don't know if I would have recognized
Really?
her
I
outfit.
think her outfit was actually kind of like really iconic though. Like
I think you might, but if it's been 30 years since you've watched the movie, 20 years, you might not remember that outfit because that's the outfit from like the majority of like towards the end.
yeah, it's the outfit that she wears after they swap bodies because Anna takes her to get a makeover.
Yeah, so you might, but like.
What did you think of like the makeovers in this movie? Like, what did you think? Because they outfit swap pretty hard in the first movie.
Mm-hmm.
Did you think that like the outfit swapping and like the way they dress each other up fit the girls' styles, like all their styles as well?
I mean,
Do you think they did a pretty good job?
Yeah.
I agree.
I've always thought it was funny because I would never worry about that if I was in a different body.
Really? You wouldn't worry?
I wouldn't start doing a makeover in the middle of
I
being
probably
in somebody
wouldn't
else's
either
body.
because I think I would be really stressed if people started like realizing that it was.
Yes, I would just
it was swapped.
I would keep everything exactly the
Exactly the same.
But for a comedy movie made by Disney, it was pretty good because it looked like everyone did look like
Their actual character.
their characters and like
Yeah.
what their characters would do with the hairstyle or the
Yeah.
body of the other person
other
that
person.
they're in. I thought was
They
very
did a
well
good
done.
job.
Yeah. And I also, I just need to say this again. It's crazy that Everything, Everywhere, All at Once is the only movie that Jamie Lee Curtis has ever won an Oscar for. Because she
Yeah.
does, every time both of these movies, she's the best actress by like a
A long
shot.
Yeah, no, she did a fantastic job.
And not in terms of dialogue, because I don't mean performance as in like the way she speaks necessarily, or
Yeah.
like it's the inhabiting the character that somebody else is
The, like,
inhabiting.
the micro expressions.
Yes,
that she makes.
it's kind of, it's very uncanny watching her be Lily's character.
Because you can tell she's
Because you can
Lily.
tell she's not the same, like it's so clear that she's younger, and
Yeah,
it really does feel like a whole different person.
it does.
And I don't know
she's
how
like
she
a whole
did-
different character.
Like she really did do it twice. She did it
Yeah.
with Lindsay Lohan and she did it with this other girl. Because
It's so interesting too because she mimics the facial expressions of the other people really well.
it's creepy.
Like
It's a little
she
creepy.
has all the same expressions that the girl makes at the beginning
I
of the
know,
movie.
I know.
Yeah.
It's-
Like
I
it's
don't-
not like she's younger. Like no. She is the other
She's
girl.
that other girl. Like that's specifically that other girl.
other
It's
girl.
kind of crazy. It is really crazy. And the other thing I think is kind of cool is so much of this movie is based on that, and their relationships.
Yeah.
Like, and the fact that she like, there's so many times in this movie where, like, first off, I don't know how you get her, like, how she did it twice that well, but there's so many different points in this movie where the movie only works because she does such a good job at being that
That character. Yeah.
Like there's interactions with Eric, her father, Lily's father, and Tess, and Lily in Tess's body, and they're emotional moments.
Yeah.
And I straight up feel emotional.
They get really makes you emotional because you can feel that it's her.
Yeah.
It's the girl.
And then when Lily's body, Tess in Lily's body comes back,
Yeah.
it feels like Tess.
Yeah.
Like it really doesn't take much. I
When
don't know.
they swap bodies back,
When Lily
is
is
still in her body.
in Tess's body and she's like confessing the feelings,
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah.
third party feelings
Yeah.
towards Eric about the breaking up or whatever.
Yeah.
And then Tess in Lily's body comes over and says like, I agree
Yeah.
to like confirm what Lily was saying in Tess's body. As like, they did such a good job at that.
Yeah.
Because
No,
that
they
is
did.
so hard. I couldn't imagine. I mean, we've made movies before.
Yeah.
Imagine in any of the movies,
I mean,
you're not only trying to play a character, you're trying to play another version of this character that already exists that you have to mimic everything of.
Yeah. Which is really hard.
Yeah. I don't know. I couldn't imagine it. Also,
What?
I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
I liked this concert scene a lot.
The concert scene was really good. And also, we talked about this in the car earlier. The music is always so good for these movies. I don't know what kind of crack they put in it, but that song they made, because they replay the same song that's at the end of the first one. The song that they made, so good. I don't know why, but it actually hits so hard, and it's got me singing along. And then the new song was good, too. It was cute.
No, it's good, though.
Well, not... but it was still good.
But better than a lot of original music that they
for
have.
movies, yeah.
Yeah.
No, like they work hard on that original music. They work hard.
It is surprising. I don't.
Yeah.
I. It's surprising.
Yeah. No, it is.
Yeah.
It's really good. I really like the song, and then I liked that. I like that they kind of like changed up because like they try to do the like the girls playing the guitar again. Like Anna is like playing behind the scenes, but I liked that they showed that like because this was an actual full concert. Like of course that guitar is still plugged in, the one that Harper as her mom is supposed to be playing. She can't play guitar and it's plugged in. And I like how like they improvised around that. So I liked how they switched it up and they like kind of made it more realistic because it's gonna be plugged in because it's not like a small band concert anymore. It's like a full concert.
Yeah.
They're not just gonna have an unplugged guitar without anybody else realizing it. So she just had Anna come up on the stage and play as her daughter.
Yeah.
I think that worked really well.
I thought that worked very well.
Yeah.
And I was genuinely surprised by that.
Yeah, no, it got me. I kind of expected them to just do what they did in the first movie, and so when they switched it up a little bit, I was like, okay, I was like, good. Like, this is not like a straight plot sequel. Like, they're really changing it up.
Mm-hmm. And there's a lot more we can talk about, but I liked that they made her not a rock star.
Yeah.
But like a manager agent for musicians. I thought that was... Because in a lot of movies, they would have made the choice to have made...
her the rock star.
Pink Slip go famous. But the fact that Pink Slip, like...
They broke up.
They broke up, which, by the way, that's the band from the first movie. They made her break up. Like,
the band.
like she left the band.
Yeah.
I like that.
And I liked it, too, that it was clear that she was famous. Like, she was famous.
Yeah.
But she wasn't famous in the same way anymore.
Yeah.
Because everyone knew who she was.
Yeah.
Like that was a very famous band in that movie.
Yeah.
But she wasn't in the band anymore. She went into managing, and they made it clear that she had willingly sacrificed that.
Yeah.
For the want of other things in her life.
Yeah.
And I think it also... It's like how the mom in the first one, Jamie Curtis, was a therapist. Like, it's a more realistic job than being a rock star. And it makes it easier for them to be able to fake it along a lot better.
Yes.
And it makes it more entertaining. Because if she'd have just showed up in the studio and not known how to do anything, that would have been the plot of the movie. But it wasn't the plot of the movie because they gave her a more normalist job.
Uh-huh. Which I liked.
With more interpersonal intricacies, which I think was better.
Yeah. I don't know. I liked it a lot. Do you have any final thoughts?
I really enjoyed it. I laughed. I cried. It was really funny. I liked it a lot. Yeah. That was a solid 4 out of 5.
I liked it a lot better.
I liked it better.
To be honest, I was expecting.
I was expecting to have fun.
Yes.
But it not to be a good movie. Because I love the first movie, and I was like, a lot of times when I watch movies where it's like a sequel a long time later, kind of like that, like I'm going to the movie to just kind of enjoy seeing the characters again, less expecting it to be good, more expecting to just get to see like my favorite characters that I liked, from a movie. But this, like, I really liked it. Like, I really liked it. I was like, oh, like, this is a solid movie. Like, it's definitely worth going and seeing.
The way that I think about it is if you had put this movie out and called this movie Freaky Friday, in 20 years they'd be making another movie called Freakier Friday because of how good this movie was.
Yeah, it's solid on its own.
If that makes sense. Like, it would work. This movie would, without, get rid of all the cameos and stuff, right? But, like, ignore that part of this movie, they would probably be making another movie
If this
in
was the
20
first one.
years with these same characters.
It was, like, really good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I liked it a lot.
me too.
I don't know what I would give it.
I have 4 out of 5. I think it has good nostalgia factor. I think they've used nostalgia appropriately. I think it was funny. All the punchlines were good. It had some good little emotional moments that worked well in this movie, just as they did in the first movie. It shook things up a little bit in a good way. And overall, like all around, it had a good plot.
Yeah. No,
And all the acts followed through on everything. Like, I didn't feel like anything got missed.
yeah.
Everything gets wrapped up appropriately throughout the whole movie. And there's no weird things, you know? There's no weirdness in the movie.
Yeah. And
It's
there's
very
no
good.
lulls either.
There's no laws. It's all interesting. You never get bored.
Yeah. I was never bored.
I was never bored. Like, there was not really a bathroom break.
Yeah, there was
There's no bathroom
moment.
break.
So I guess that's another thing. There's no moment where you're not going to miss something if you have to go to the
Yeah.
bathroom during this movie. You will miss something because every moment kind of leads into the next.
Yes.
And you might forget. So if you're going with more than one person, go one at a time so that way the other one can explain to you what's happening in the movie because you will probably get lost.
Yeah.
If you just leave for 5 minutes and come back, you won't remember. You won't understand certain
Where
things that
their
are going
characters
on.
are at right now.
There's
yeah.
probably a few moments where you can go to the bathroom.
The only one I can think of off the top of my head is the scene from the trailer where they're driving in the car and then they're having like a fun time. They're just driving in the car though for like a good minute and a half, 2 minutes. And they see that family and they're like, oh, like she thinks you're cute. And it's like an older woman, you know, and the kid or whatever. And the father's like, oh my God, that's my therapist. That's the only moment where there's not active character progression that you could sneak away for a minute.
I think there's another moment too, or I think it's a little bit earlier on. There's a few moments where like the only things that are happening are just like joke scenes.
Yes.
So like basically from the moment they enter the record store, well, don't skip it because it's like the best part of the movie. If you are like about to explode,
Burst. Yeah.
that's probably the moment that's the longest that you can leave without ruining like
Because all you really get is them
in
trying to
the
sabotage.
and just the fact that the boyfriend exists.
The ex-boyfriend
Like,
exists.
yeah.
Yeah. But as long as you know that he exists, you'll be fine for this
Yeah.
movie.
And then that's the car that they drive around is his car. That's really
Yeah.
it that you get from that. Like there's a few moments and stuff, but like none of that will like make you go like
I miss
incredibly
things.
confused
Yeah.
and like you can't pick up what's
the
going
rest of the
on.
movie.
So I'd probably give it like a 3.5. Probably.
Okay. Yeah.
Somewhere in that range. I liked it a lot, but somewhere in there.
It was really good. I really liked it.
Yeah. So that's probably gonna wrap it up for today.
That was Freakier Friday.
That was Freakier Friday, and now I'm ready for Freakiest Friday, which I'm sure will happen in the next 2 years at some point.
My
probably.
favorite part was when we were at the mall before the movie, and she's like, "What are you guys doing?" Brr? And the cashier was talking to me, and I said, "We're gonna go see Freaky Friday," and she goes, "Don't you mean Freakier Friday?" Like, girl,
Yeah, that
same
was
diff,
funny.
girl.
Well, I mean, to be fair, then she immediately told us to sneak food into the movie theater.
Yeah, that was really
Like
funny.
immediately she says, buy a tote. I use it as my purse, and then sneak movie into the movie theater. And I was like, 90% of people probably are like, 100% let's do it. But just because I am the way that I am, and I'm very like, movie theaters make all their money from
Food,
from
and we
food,
need to keep
and I
them
need
alive.
to keep them alive because I like watching movies in the movie theater.
I get my hush puppy corn dogs.
Exactly. But yes, so thank you all for listening. This is a new kind of different version of the podcast you're expecting.
And we promise to make more episodes.
But yeah, I had
And not
fun.
just randomly stop for months on end.
Yeah, did you have fun?
I did have fun.
I had fun
enjoyed.
doing this. This is just a heck of a time. And we went for longer than I was honestly expecting us to. But yeah, so probably try to get you one out next week. I don't know what the movie is. You'll find out just a little after I know what movie it is. So, you know, keep in touch. Follow us everywhere. Media Bite. do you want to tell people anything on any of your socials or no? I mean, you really don't have any public socials.
No, I don't be doing that.
Yeah. You don't be doing that.
I'm ghost mode.
Ghost mode activated. But you can follow me, Jared Poyner, JaredPoynerr on Instagram. We're Media by Company, Media by Co. Yeah, so you can follow that stuff everywhere. All of Media by Podcast Network podcasts. / it is the one I do. It's all horror movies stuff. It's a little bit different. It's much more like
Jared when he talks to himself.
Yes, I just speak to myself, and it's directly like very information driven, not as like
Not vibes.
it's me just talking about my opinions and then reading information and stuff about the do that stuff. So yeah.
Ooh. Oh, that's just me.
Yeah. So ooh.
Sorry.
Yeah. So thank you all. Try to get you our one next week. I hope you enjoyed. And I'm Jared.
I'm Alex.
And yeah. We'll see you in the
I'm
next
Alex
one.
RXD
I'm
LOL.
RXD LOL OMG rar.
OMG.
Rar.
I did the little finger calls, but you can't see
Yeah, you
it.
can't see that. This is a
'Cause
podcast.
this is a podcast.
Visual gags don't work in an auditory medium. I do the same thing. It makes me laugh. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
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 Bye. Bye.
Okay. Bye.